My name is Deana Strudwick. My husband Andy and I have been in the Sturgis area for about 16 years. Before that, we lived lots of places, and I was born in Blissfield, which is on the other side of the state. I have experienced extreme foot pain for about a year, or no, I'm sorry, for about a decade. I wish it was a year. I've been without pain for about a year, but I've experienced pain for about a decade in like the balls of my feet.
Okay. And what activities did your pain and discomfort limit you from doing that you really enjoyed, if you can think back?
Hiking that we would love to do would be limited in distance by my ability to tolerate the pain. I'm not a runner, but I've always wanted to be a runner. And so I would try and really struggle. I would jump off the treadmill in extreme pain to rip my feet off. Or not rip my feet off, but rip my shoes off. And as soon as I would get home from work, I would rip my shoes off. It just changed my disposition because of the level of pain. So even, playing with my kids, I guess, was affected.
And you took part in a gym.
Yep.
So tell us about that and how that affected you.
I am a member of Fit Zone for Women in Sturgis, and shortly before coming to the office for treatment, I was in a run club. And that with, as you know, my husband encouraging me to talk with you about coming for treatment was really the breaking point when I just could no longer really kid myself that it was normal pain and ignore it. It was through the run club where it was just, I was unable to do the things that physically I should be able to do, but the pain stopped me.
Great. So tell us about your experience at Advantis from the point you made your appointment all the way to follow-up care, etc.
So I, as my husband had been telling me to do for a long time, talked with you, and you helped me get my first appointment here, and I met with Dr. Neal. He was wonderful, spent a lot of time with me helping me understand the cause of my pain and a path to resolving that issue. So like I say, he spent a lot of time teaching me, which I was really grateful for. I was apprehensive because I fear needles and surgery. And he had, really no desire to encourage me to consider any of those options. He put me in orthotics. He encouraged me to take a supplement that he had designed, and I really appreciate that because I don't like to take medication if at all possible. Taught me stretches and where and how to ice my feet to really relieve the pain. And when I habitually do the things that he's taught me, there's almost no pain at all.
Wonderful. How about the customer service from when you walked in the door? I mean, give us an idea of how you were treated staff-wise.
I've always felt welcomed and comfortable. I oftentimes see other folks in the waiting room that I know and have a enjoyable conversation. And at this point, our 12-year-old son is also under the care of Dr. Mumford, and so he and I are together, and it's been lovely. The reception staff, the nursing staff, and the doctors are impressive in their knowledge, and I would say a high level of customer service.
Wonderful. So how did choosing us help you get back to your normal activities? I have followed the directions of Dr. Neal precisely because I'm a book abider, and that's really relieved all of the pain. I'm not nearly as active in my gym as I wish I was, but I'm going to blame work, not my feet at this point. Sure.
But we're back in the woods, and we play at the level that we used to play, and I don't have the pain. When I do as Dr. Neal told me, in the summertime when I'm running around in flip-flops, that's a problem. But when I do as prescribed, we're back to a normal level of activity as a family and me as an individual.
Wonderful. So would you recommend Advantis to others, and why?
I would. I mean, by evidence of my son, I'm pretty particular about my medical care and even more so about his. And so we bring Connor here, and if, Drew, our other son, had any issues, I wouldn't hesitate. And I have told other folks about my experience here and how I went from extreme pain to no pain. And Julie Evans is another person. She's the assistant superintendent of Sturgis Public Schools. She's got a beautiful testimony, and she told me about Advanus as well around the same time that I was really experiencing that pain. And she and I have told others. So without hesitation, I would encourage people to seek treatment here.
Great. Anything that you want to conclude with?
I think you're fabulous. And I'm very grateful, sincerely, to you for that first appointment. I ignored it for a decade, and I probably would have continued to without you and Andy saying you don't have to be in pain all the time.
Right.
And then meeting Dr. Neal and his patient way, like his, the way that he teaches and spends time with me as a patient really gave me confidence in the care that I was getting, and also relieved anxiety, and was just high quality.
Wonderful.
I'm grateful.
Great.